This is Alchemist 2, back in again with another movie review. Sorry, my kitty cat's really affectionate. It's Peanut. Um, Dad and I recently watched Whip It, which was Drew Barrymore's first directorial debut. And to be honest with you, I really enjoyed the film. I thought it was very interesting, and it was the first movie of its kind that I've ever seen about roller derby, for sure. But I thought that it was a veiled autobiography of Drew's life. There's, I'm thinking that her adolescence was kind of challenging, but whose isn't? I don't know if she was in roller derby or not, but if anybody happens to know anything more about Drew Barrymore's life, please tell me, because I'd love to know if she was in roller derby. But that aside, the story itself is about a teenager named Bliss who participates in beauty pageants. Well, it's for her mother, and her mother has all these ideals from the 50s and doesn't want to see her do anything else. I think that she's kind of living vicariously through her daughter, because she thinks that her days of being in beauty pageants are over, since she's reached the age of not being able to participate any longer. You can only be so old to be in a beauty pageant. Her father, on the other hand, later comes to support her in her decisions, but it's just it's a very intriguing story. It's extremely well done. It just really describes the growing pains that people go through when they are going through their teenage years, and just the want of independence, and the troubles that lying can get you into, and hanging out with the wrong crowd. And there are lots of good morals to be taken away from the film, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was extremely entertaining, and there were a lot of scenes that really tugged at my heartstrings and made me cry. I'll admit to that. It was really pleasant to see Drew Barrymore in her own film. She was actually one of the roller derby girls. Their team was called the Hurl Scouts, and her name was Smashley Simpson. Her character wasn't all there in the head. She was missing a few synapses, I think. Or she had fried a few synapses by smoking illicit substances. I'm not sure which. Maybe it's probably the latter. I think it's the latter, because they make you think that with what their coach Razor says to her in one particular scene. I won't give that part away, but Whip It is a great, really great movie, and if you're interested in the really violent sport of roller derby, I would highly recommend it, and just to understand what it's all about. And I would also recommend this film for people who are intrigued on seeing how Drew Barrymore directs a film. And to be honest, I think that this is a fantastic debut for her. I think that it's going to give her a lot of credit as she works her producer's muscle later on. I'm actually eager to see what she will develop later on. So it's an entertaining film. You've got action, you've got romance. I'm not going to tell you when that actually occurs, but there is quite a bit of romance in the film, and it's very enjoyable. And also friendship between the Girl Scouts and Bliss and Pasha, her best friend. Of course, there's some turmoil that occurs between Bliss and Pasha. Because she also has a job in this little restaurant called the Oink Joint. And this all takes place in Texas, in a town I've never really heard of. Kind of a sleepy little town that has one thing going for it, and that would be the Oink Joint. Kind of like a particular town in Minnesota. I can't think of the name of it right now. They only have one stoplight, and they only have a subway. I'm not kidding. My ex was from there. But anyway, it's just a very likable tale, and it has really lots of good morals to be taken away from it. And I love this movie. It's quite good. There are some sleepy parts. I would probably give it at least 3 stars out of 4. It's not a perfect movie, but it's pretty darn close. I want to give it 3.5 out of 4, to be quite honest with you, because the only thing I didn't care for was the fact that it was kind of slow in parts. And I really like Ellen Page's Bliss. I just thought that she was fabulous. She is a terrific, tremendous newcomer in the acting world, and I think that she'll really go far. She has really, she has, I think, and I think that she'll keep going far with the more roles that she plays. So I really don't have that much more to say, other than this is a really good film, just to see something a little bit different and out of the ordinary, and very unique as films go. And it makes you interested about a topic that you don't necessarily think about too often. And I think it's the only movie of its kind that deals with roller derby. I don't know of any other movie that does, because I don't think that there is one. So be sure to check it out.